You know that feeling when you start thinking about designing your home? It's overwhelming, right? You're caught between all this complicated advice, these huge budgets, and of course those ancient rules you're not even sure you understand. Well, today, we're going to cut through all of that noise. Let's just dive right into how you can create a home that doesn't just look good, but actually feels right. And you can do it without emptying your wallet.
Okay, let's just tackle the elephant in the room right away. That one word, Vastu. For a lot of us, it brings up this weird mix of respect and, let's be real, a little bit of fear, doesn't it? It can feel like this super strict rule book where if you make one wrong move, everything's going to go wrong. But what if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backwards? So we're going to get right into it. Is Vastu just about fear? Or is there some kind of deep, practical science hiding right under our noses? We're going to figure this out. And our guide is architect Nimit Tandon. And trust me, his take on this is, well, it's refreshingly logical. And here it is, straight from the architect himself. This is something I think a lot of us have kind of suspected all along. He says Vastu has basically been turned into a money-making scheme, using fear to sell you really expensive fixes. You know that feeling, right? That little bit of skepticism when someone says you need to spend a fortune to fix some bad energy. So if it's not about superstition, what is it really about?
Okay, get ready for this, because this one idea, it changes everything. According to Nimit, Vastu isn't some mystical secret. It's simply the traditional word for a country's architecture. And what is that architecture based on? The climate. That's it. Vastu is just a super smart, ancient way of designing buildings that work with the local weather. And you can see the logic right here. It's so simple when you think about it. In India, right? Where does the nice, cool morning sun and wind come from? The northeast. So what does Vastu say? Keep that side open. Now, where does the harshest, hottest sun beat down from? The south and west. So the rule is to build the tallest part of your house there. Why? To create shade for the rest of the building. It's like a built-in natural air conditioner. It's not magic at all. It's just brilliant common sense design. All right, so we've seen how design can make us physically comfortable, right? It can keep us cool, let the breeze in, but what about our minds? Let's take it a step further. If Vastu is about keeping our bodies comfortable, how does the rest of a building's design affect our emotions? Because, it goes way, way beyond just having walls and a roof over your head. I mean, just think about it for a second. The space you live in, the space you're in right now, it's having a huge impact on how you feel. A single room can make you feel calm and peaceful, or totally blown away, or even a little bit anxious. All those little things, the amount of light, how high the ceiling is, how the air moves, they're all constantly whispering these little signals to your brain, shaping your entire mood. And you can see these powerful examples everywhere. You walk into a huge cathedral with those massive high ceilings, and you immediately feel kind of small, right? It's designed to inspire awe. But then you go into the dark, intimate heart of a temple, and it creates this totally different feeling of mystery, of focus. And then there's the one we can all relate to, right? A room that's just full of light and fresh air. You just instantly feel better. You think clearer. Design is literally a tool for shaping emotions.
Okay, so we've got the science and we've got the soul of design, but what about the money, the budget? This is the part where so many of us just get stuck, thinking that a beautiful, well-designed home is some kind of luxury we just can't afford. Well, let's just go ahead and bust that myth right now. Here's the most important thing you need to hear. It's all about a mindset shift. Great design has nothing to do with expensive materials. It's about making smart choices. You absolutely do not need to sink your budget with fancy imported marble. Nope, you just need to come up with some intelligent, creative ideas for how to use what's already around you.
And this is probably the single most powerful strategy for creating a beautiful home on a budget. Use local materials. That's it. Nimit Tandon really hammers this point home. Choosing materials from your own region isn't some kind of compromise. It's actually one of the smartest decisions you can make, and it pays off in so many ways. So what's one of those big payoffs? How about this? Temperature control. I mean, seriously. Just by using natural, local stuff like mud blocks, you can make your home 5 to 8 degrees cooler than it is outside. Think about that. That is a massive difference, especially if you live somewhere hot.
So let's just recap how powerful this one choice is. First, your building costs go down. Second, your home is naturally cooler. What does that mean? You use less AC, which saves you a ton of money on your electric bill. And finally, of course, it's so much better for the environment. I mean, that is a win-win-win.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That's great, but I'm not building a house from the ground up. Most of us are living in apartments or smaller homes, right? But that absolutely does not mean you can't use these amazing design ideas. So let's get into some super simple, practical tips to make any small space feel bigger, brighter, and just better.
Okay, this chart is basically your new best friend, a perfect little cheat sheet. So on the do's side, it's all about creating the illusion of more space. Use light colors, like off-whites and creams. Play around with your lighting, different lights for different moods. And this one is so important, get furniture that's the right size for the room. Now look at the don't side. It's pretty much the fastest way to make a room feel tiny. Dark colors, super busy walls with lots of paneling, and the classic mistake, huge, oversized furniture. It'll just swallow the space whole.
So, let's end with a question, just for you. Think about this for a minute. Your home. It's more than just a place to sleep, right? It's a space that should actually be supporting you, making you feel good. So I want you to just look around you right now. How does your home make you feel? Does it make you feel calm, inspired, relaxed? And if the answer is no, well, maybe one of the simple ideas we talked about today is the perfect place to start making a change.